Warner Brothers Discovery says it's open again for sale. Shares jump 10%. So the Ellisons make an offer to buy them. They say, no, we're not interested at that price. Ellisons go quiet for 10 days, like Tom said. And then they come back and they say, we are officially for sale again. Rob, can you please play this clip?
Warner Brothers Discovery, as we reported at 9 o'clock, has put itself up for sale. Doesn't mean it's going to necessarily be sold, but it's exploring all options, including the sale of the entire company. Now, it gets complicated in the sense of they've also changed the potential structure of spin-off, so to speak, or split, so that any interested party in just the studio and streaming business would be able to bid now, and then the global networks business would be spun off prior to the close of that transaction. As I said, it could get complicated. I'm hearing that the tax leakage from that would not be that significant, maybe $2.5 billion, but not even when you net certain things out. Did want to add a couple of other things at this point. Sure. Given the press release that we got from Warner Brothers Discovery, my reporting indicates that both Netflix and our parent company, Comcast, as I've said earlier, but can say with more conviction now, are certainly among the interested parties, perhaps the most interested parties. Will there be others? We'll have to wait and see. But it is my understanding, according to people familiar with the situation, that both Comcast and Netflix.
Okay, Tom, thoughts?
Well, first of all, they're trying to create an auction. Second of all, they're letting people know, look, if you want to marry my daughter, but you don't want her student loans, we'll figure out the student loans before wedding day. And literally, that's what they're saying, Pat. This is literally what they're saying. I'd love to marry your daughter. She's going to be a gifted doctor, highly valuable in the future, but the $300,000 of student loans, why didn't you cover it? Well, the family didn't have enough money, so we went out and got this bond and everything. But tell you what, we will go refinance it, or we will figure out what we're going to do, and we will sell that. That's called Global Networks. We will sell that off before the close so you guys can get all the library and all the stuff that you want out of it. So now they're not only saying to the Ellisons, no, we're not interested in the sale. Now they've gone back and thought about it. Not only are they interested in the sale, they're putting up like a McDonald's menu. Okay, the French fries are over here, the Big Mac's over here. How would you like to buy this thing? We'll help you out. Don't drink soda? No problem. You can, here, buy the burger and the fries and we'll sell off the soda. That's literally what they've come to say here while they're trying desperately to create an auction. And that's why the stock went up a little bit, because people said, hey, guess what? You know, I think where's the stock right now, Rob? Because didn't the Ellisons and Skydance say
Warner Brothers?
$20 minus fees? Yeah, now they're $16.55. So they're desperately trying to get that to $18.50, $19 a share, and to get someone like a Comcast who would be big enough. But Comcast got a lot of debt. But they're trying to create an auction, and they're trying to get their stock price up, Pat, to put pressure on the $20 that Skydance Ellisons floated.
Yeah, how's that not market manipulation by the what was that, CNBC, by trying to push the price up like that? Like, clearly that's not true what they're saying. It's clearly not most likely going to be Comcast or Netflix that do. Like, everybody knows who it's most likely to be. So, like, why don't they get in trouble for that? I've always wondered about that. You know,
I think David Faber couched that fairly. What he had to say is, Comcast, the owner of this network, and I stand by my reporting that they're a potential bidder. So he had to say that because they own it. He said that to reduce everybody's fear that there was something.
That there was something with Skydance?
No, that there is that he's trying to if he on CNBC tries to make the deal sound dull and the price goes down, that helps Comcast that owns NBC in their purchase. He can't do that.
Right, but like I guess he's reporting in a way that's going to like move the price in a certain way, right?
I don't think that's what he was trying to do there.
No, I'm just saying like it felt like you had.
Brandon, are you coming at Tom right now, dude?
No, I think
he's
asking
Brandon,
about CNBC.
I would hope that you're not trying to test the biz doc.
And the other way it would be.
I would hope not.
If CNBC wants to cost Ellison some money. The magnificent asset, Warner Brothers Discovery, that we think is horribly undervalued in the market, he'd be saying that to make the price go up, to make the Ellisons pay $21, $22, or $23 a share.
Yeah. Well, I guess I personally think that it's inevitable that the Ellisons get it, because I think that they're in the best situation to do it. I don't think that Netflix or Comcast are going to. But I guess they're trying to create maybe a streaming platform, because I think that the content library is the only valuable thing from Warner Brothers. Like, what are they going to do with a bunch of film studios and cable networks? You know, so I think they're going to overpay for something that they're going to discard the vast majority of, because they want to, I guess, take like the stuff they could use and discard most of the stuff.
Yeah. Adam, thoughts?
Well, I guess a question for you, PPD. How much is this? This is just like the reshuffling of old media versus the new media of, you know, the Googles and the YouTubes of the world and everything that we're doing on social media. How much of this sort of reshuffling between Warner Brothers and Comcast and Paramount is just basically saying we've lost X amount of market share, we need to reshuffle, we need to rebrand, we need to restructure, and this is sort of just like the lay of the land at this point? How does that
I mean,
work?
listen, there are certain assets that somebody buys that if it goes to you, if it goes to him, he can take that and turn it into from a $20 billion company into an $80 billion company. Mm-hmm. He will take it from $20 billion to $40 billion company, and you will take it from $20 billion into a $15 billion company. Whoever has the right idea can do good with the assets. Mm-hmm. A lot of these assets keep moving,
right,
from one place to another place to another place. If the operator doesn't have the right ideas to maximize the assets, I used to always ask this question. I used to say to my brokers, I would sit them down and I would ask, I said, this was the question I used to ask in 2006, 2007. If I recruit a new insurance agent to the company, I would ask myself, am I the best leader for this guy? Am I that good of a leader that can help this guy become a good broker versus if he was on that guy or this guy? It's a very tough question to ask, because you're almost asking, man, if this guy was over there, he would have made more money. And sometimes we would recruit a new talent that would come to one of our brokers' teams, and I would say, oh, man, I wish he was on somebody else's team, because that guy doesn't know how to build people. He's selfish. Oh, I wish he was on that guy's team. I wish they were on this person's team. I wish they were on that person's team. But you can't do anything because that person's not a builder. So if assets go to a company that has the right flywheel, they can automatically inject valuation into it.
Got it.
But if the flywheel, like right now, where Tom just showed me something this morning, he came in, he went like this. Boom, they finally signed the NDA. Great. We're talking to a company, it's a very big company, and we'd like to buy the company, right? Because we feel in our flywheel, we can grow that business to another level, okay? Now the market will decide whether we can or not. So I believe Skydance and David Ellison, what he's been doing the last 15 years, I believe they're poised for what they believe they can drive an incredible flywheel into their business. Mm-hmm. Whether they'll do it or not, I don't know. I like. By the way, if you go back to it, Rob, where you were at Flywheel, go to images. And for some of you guys that are watching us, go to the second picture right there. Zoom in a little bit on that. Our ecosystem, that's a flywheel. Like if you look at all our businesses, they feed each other.
Got it.
You know, like Valuetainment PBD podcast feeds Manect feeds Merch, it feeds Vol Conference, it feeds. If you go to, Rob, do me a favor.
And that's not a business plan. That's what's in play right now today.
Yeah, so if you go to Disney Flywheel, if you've never seen this, just type in Disney Flywheel and go to the first flywheel. Oh, not to that one, Rob. Go to the first one, which is the second one. That one right. Okay, zoom in that picture right there you have. That's their first flywheel in 1957. Okay? That's the first flywheel. What do you see? Merchandising, comic strip, Disneyland, music, TV, publication. Go to the 1969 flywheel, Rob. Okay? Go to the third one right there. Go, close it. Go to the third one right there. Then that's them 10 years later. Now they have Disney World. They've opened up a little bit. And then go to the flywheel today, which you just had a minute ago. That's them now, the companies that they own. Okay? So a company with the right flywheel can get the most out of it. A company without a flywheel and without a good operator and without good ideas, you just got the assets and it gets transferred from you to somebody else. Tom.
And there's something else. When you think about the buyers, Warner Brothers Discovery has $34 billion of total debt. Comcast just went over 100. They're now $101 billion of total debt. Wow. And now you've got Skydance is in a much different position. And so I look at Comcast and, you know, how is Comcast going to swallow that rock? the girl that comes with another $34 billion of debt.
This guy can't even help himself half the time. Well, let me just clean this up.
That was like a little Kim moment, but go ahead.
No.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect.
Go ahead.
But
Little
it's
Kim
almost,
had to
tell me if this is a decent equivalent. It's like, you see how in the NFL right now, like the quarterback for the Giants, Daniel Jones, now he sucked. They let him go, and now he's on Indianapolis Colts, the number one team in the AFC.
Yep.
Boom. Or even like Pau Gasol, he was on Memphis, and then he wasn't that good, and then he came to the Lakers. Boom, winning championship.
What about Mac
Jones? Is that a similar? Yeah,
Patriots?
even Mac Jones. Is that a similar analogy when you pick up these companies and say, all right, you didn't work for Comcast in this capacity or with Warner Brothers right now, but it might be a plug and play at a different company. Is that what you're saying? Plug it into the flywheel?
I don't know. What do you think, Pat?
It goes back to the same point I made. If you have a flywheel, the insurance company buys a distribution. They're the product developer, but they don't have distribution. They're having a hard time them selling insurance. You buy distribution with 50,000 agents. Now you make the 50,000 agents sell the product. So this maybe stays the same valuation of the company you bought, but your insurance company's valuation just from $5 billion to $25 billion. They may have not gone up valuation more than 30%, but this just 5x. So it's worth adding it to your flywheel if you have the flywheel. If you really want to know what people are competing for next 2 decades in a media company, is who can build the best flywheel.
Really?
You'll see in the next
I'm glad that we
20
got
years.
Tom, because want to know why? Tom, you're pretty fly for a white guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
I think.
If you run a business, if you're in the hunt, you know what business is. It truly is a war. You just heard me tell this story about ChatGPT and Google going to war together. You know, for a web browser war that's taking place, business is war. The more you realize is people are trying to take market share away from you. If you are somebody that's running a business and you've never purchased any of the businesses war, there's businesses war hat, sweaters, shirts. If you're looking at it right now, there's different colors, the gold ones, you got the mugs. And then also all the way at the bottom, if you love the Tommy, is it up there yet, Rob, or no? Do we have the ones for Tom's mugs yet or no? I don't know if they do or not. There is, put the Words Talk, see if that's up there. And this one here. If you love Tom, $10. Add that Words Talk number scream. Listen, I am curious to know how many of you guys go pick up this, mug right here, Words Talk number scream. We definitely look at the numbers afterwards. Go to vtmerch.com, Business is War. You'll see it all the way at the top and on the cover of it where it says that. And then just type in Words Talk. You'll find a mug as well. Anyways, aside from that, the other announcement I want to make to you is the following. Rob, if you can go to America Business Forum website. Don't go down yet. This is possibly the greatest star-studded list of speakers they've ever put together. It's an event that's coming up in Miami. You got President Trump speaking. You got Messi speaking. I can't think of the last time he was at an event speaking. He's going to be interviewed. You got Will Smith being interviewed. Go to the next one. You got Nadal, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Javier Milei, Argentina president. You got Jamie Dimon. Wow. Go to the next lineup. You have Patrick Bet-David.
Who's that guy?
Oh, wow.
That's Patrick Bet-David.
Wow.
I'll be speaking at the American Business Forum. You got Stefano Domenicali, who is the president and CEO of Formula One. And you got Gianni Infantino, president of FIFA. And if you go a little bit lower, you got a couple others. Adam Newman, Maria Corina Machado, who just won a Nobel Peace Prize. Ken Griffin.
Here in the States.
Yes.
Ken
and last
Griffin,
but not least,
Citadel, right?
Eric Schmidt. Just remember, I don't know
old
if,
Google guy?
I don't know if I've seen a conference that has all of these speakers speaking at the same place. But here's the announcement, guys. If you go to the ticket prices for this in Miami, if you're in South Florida, the top one is sold out. Lowest level is what, $100, $200, and $1,000 a ticket. But if you use the code Patrick when you register, by the way, it's going to be at the Miami Heat Arena.
Yeah.
And there's going to be 12,000 people at this place, at this event. If you use the word Patrick in it, I believe you get a 25% discount. So if you're in Florida, you're trying to come to a place to hear Messi speak, the president speak, this thing's probably going to sell out in no time, okay, if it hasn't already sold out. If you want to hear Messi, Jamie Dimon, Ken Griffin, everybody, and
Trump.
network with others, President Trump, I would highly recommend, even if you get the nosebleed seats, upper bowl, $100, 25% discount, $75, or the silver at $200, or the gold early bird floor seats, I would highly recommend you go to America Business Forum Get registered. Get yourself a ticket before this thing sells out. It's possibly, there's different types of business events to be put together. There are those that you go to learn. There's a manual you're learning how to, and there's those you go to learn from 20 different speakers. I don't know if there's ever been an event put together with a lineup of speakers like this one that range from politics to business to sports to Hollywood, all of it. If you're looking to be around other people and network, I think this date is going to be what, Rob? November,
coming up soon.
November 5th and 6th. There you go. November 5th and 6th. Go to AmericaBusiness.com.
2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away.
AmericaBusiness.com. Rob, if we can put the link below and then use the Patrick, just the word Patrick to get a 25% discount.
Mayor Francis Suarez is involved in this. Is he
Mayor
not?
Francis
Yes.
Suarez, a businessman from Uruguay, I believe, is also involved in this. It's a very exciting thing that they're doing, and I can't wait to see everybody. I'm going to be there myself as well. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.